If you bow hunt a small private property and you feel like all the mature bucks vanish before the season even starts, it's not bad luck, it's pressure. I made this exact mistake for a couple years, and today I'm going to be breaking down how mature bucks really use small private lands and how to kill one without blowing the whole place up. As a small private land bow hunter myself, I know it's hard to kill big bucks on a small land. But there are a lot of good tips that you can use to get the big bucks to stay on your land or to draw them into your land. And if you're not comfortable with taking long-range bow shots, there's a lot of good ways to get them within 20 yards without baiting year round. There's one big tip I use, but you have to watch for later in the video for me to reveal that. On small properties, bucks know every entry and exit to your hunting spot, and even in and out of the property. That's why pressure spreads so quickly. There can be one hunting situation where you have a buck walking in and they spot you sitting in the stand on the wrong time, and that can alert every deer in your whole property to let them know not to come in to your spot for the next couple weeks. One sit can shift daylight movement for your deer for months. You can have one sit where you're sitting in the stand and your wind is wrong, and it causes the deer to catch your wind before they're even coming up. Don't even have to see you in your stand. They catch your wind and they know that you're there. And that can change your deer's perspective of your hunting spot for months after that. On small properties, deer don't tolerate mistakes. They remember them. One of the biggest things in ruining hunting on small properties is over-hunting. This is a very big mistake. Hunting just because it's a free evening is not the right choice. Hunting when there's bad wind is not the right choice. And sitting in the stands too early is definitely not the right choice. These three things can completely wipe out your bucks and your property, make them flee to your surrounding properties. You do not want these things to take place when you're hunting a small land. Hunting just because it's a Saturday and you don't have to work is not the right choice. Make sure it's the right day. Only hunt on cold fronts. Check your wind before you go out. Make sure your wind is not blowing in the wrong direction. The best way I check my wind is onX Maps. I go on onX Maps, I go to my property, I select the spot I deer hunt at, and I drop the wind checker. The wind checker will show me all the places on the property where I'm hunting where the wind is blowing, and it'll give me the good or bad. You put in your ideal wind on the wind wheel, and it will show you when your wind is perfect. When your wind is green on there, go hunting if you can. If your wind is red, even if you're free, do not hunt your property that night. Your deer will catch your scent and you will ruin your hunting spot. Big no-no. The sad truth is that most guys kill their small property hunting before October.
Try not to hunt the center of your property. Hunting the center of your property is a bad idea. Make sure that you travel edges. The deer try to stick towards the middle of your property. That's the safest place. So if you travel edges and you put your tree stand on edges of your property, you'll be less likely to spook deer. Find the trails where the deer come in off of your neighboring properties, and find where you should put your stand by doing that. Find where that one trail is. Find the hottest trail where it is the most worn down and the most used. That's where you want to put your stand. Wherever your most used trail is where the deer are going to walk. Put cameras out. No more than one camera. You want to stay really limited on your camera amount. Cameras can spook deer. You may not believe that. It's true. Cameras can spook your deer. You do not want to have over camera. You want to keep 1 to 2 cameras on small property. I like to stick for 1 camera for every 5 acres. Don't go any more than that. 1 camera to every 5 acres. If you're hunting a small private land, your advantage isn't size. It's control. Hunt less, wait longer, and you kill better. If you hunt less, it'll teach your deer that they can be anywhere on that property, freely, without having to worry about pressure. If you wait, let those bucks come in, let them get used to it, let your bucks get a concrete thought on where they need to feed. Let them know that this is their feeding habitat, and this is their water habitat, and this is their bedding habitat. You can also use hinge cuts when it comes to this. Guide your trails to where you want them to go. Hinge cut small trees down to make them walk on your trail where you want them to walk. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to remember to like and subscribe, and come back for more hunting content. Let's get back to hunting.